Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to all of you on behalf of APAC News Network to the second National Sustainable Energy Innovation Conclave, the Maharashtra chapter, and with the Mahagenco, the Maharashtra Power Generation Company, being the host for today's conclave. And obviously, what better place than Mumbai to organize this national level energy conclave? I would like to call on stage Engineer Sanjiv Kumar Katiyar, Managing Director, Chhattisgarh State Power Generation Company, to give his perspective.
Respected P. Ambalgan sir, CMD Mahagenco, and other respected dignitaries on the dais, and representative from the various sectors who are attending the today's conclave, which is on a very, that means today's topic, that sustainable power generation transformation, energy transformation. So we are aware that the environmental changes that are taking place due to various reasons. The climate temperature is going high, the pollutions are there, and for development, energy is required, but at what price? So the sustainable development, sustainable energy transmission, sustainable आपका जो power है, that is the topic for which and we are here to discuss the way ahead, the various challenges, etc. So we all know that earlier the maximum power was from thermal, because we have in India plenty of coal for power generation. But on the second part, it has CO2 emission also, which is impacting the environment. So the world on its various fronts have so many agreements, and as India, we are also part of those agreements. Paris Agreement 2015, to have a limit rise of 1.5 degree for a decade, which will, even that is very difficult, but even then we achieve that, it will only reduce the CO2 emission by only 6%. So what are the other things to do? That we have to go for a renewable energy, as well as reduction in CO2 emission of our existing power plant, thermal power plant. On the same front, India is a growing economy. We are $3 trillion economy, and the fifth largest economy of the world, and the way ahead is third largest economy with $5 trillion. And we are aware that for growth, power is required. From where this power will come? The developed nation, which is having around 10,000 unit kilowatt hour per capita consumption, we are at around 1,400. So the power at a massive growth rate, we have to provide the power. So there are a lot of challenges for central sector, state sector, private sector, and as an individual also. The first target is 2032, where our thermal percentage will go down from 51% to near about 32% installed capacity percentage. And the renewable power, which is around 26% of our total installed power, it will go up to 51%. Okay, it appears very good. We are going for a massive renewable installation and energy, but on other side, it will have the impact of peak hour, of non-solar hour. What will do? A massive growth on our industry, commercial growth is there. Then the need comes to storage. The non-solar hour, if we cap the thermal power to a certain ratio, from where the non-solar hour power will come. Now, there is a thrust on the storage. The first one is pump storage, which is having around 8 to 12 hours storage. Second comes battery energy storage. So many 2-3 options are there, which gives around 3 hours storage. But that is slightly costlier to pump storage. Pump storage just we have initiated, and it has its own limitation also, environmental clearances. That is a challenge for faster growth. 6 to 7 years is the gestation period from start of DPR to commissioning. But energy storage can be brought on a 12 to 18 months. Though it is slightly costlier, but the demand can be met by fast growing in this energy storage. We cannot just say zero emission or zero carbon by 2070 by shifting from fossil to non-fossil energy, because we have to rely on this thermal also. So what to do? We have to install FGDs to reduce the sulfur dioxide. We have to apply the advanced technology to reduce the NOx, nitrogen oxide. We have to apply the technologies for efficient and economic power generation from our thermal. Even today, we have no other option to go massive growth on thermal. 30 gigawatt thermal is under construction till 2030. We have to commission it to meet the industry demand, to meet the growing farmers' demand, to meet the household demand. In the parallel, the renewable power is growing at a very, very aggressive rate. From today's 187 gigawatt renewable power will go near about 500 gigawatt by 2032. You can see the pace of the growth of the renewable power. But we have to see the gap which will come in non-solar hour. That means after 4 p.m. to morning 8 a.m. The gap will widen. And year by year, we are having a high demand. Recently, we have made 250 gigawatt peak demand. Estimations are there 6% growth, but it is more than 6% growth. we have to meet the PS also. Similarly, the challenge is everywhere. Technologies, we have to depend on some import material technology. We do not have here metallurgy, advanced metallurgy here. In thermal, we are going from subcritical to supercritical, supercritical to ultra supercritical, then ultra supercritical to advanced ultra supercritical. It will increase the efficiency from 33% to 45%, advanced ultra. It is more than 800 megawatt capacity, individual power unit. It will reduce the emission also. It will have the economic cost of power also. In thermal, we have so many challenges. Disposal of ash is also a very, very big challenge. Even the ministry have issued the directives not to close down the old units of more than whichever is planned to shut down, because to meet out the growing demand. In daytime, we know lot of surplus power is available. But as soon as the sun sets, after 4 p.m., in grid, power is not there. Every state is facing the crisis in the non-solar hour. So where is the remedy? Remedy is storage. There is no remedy. But pump storage is at a very initial stage, only 4.7 gigawatt is at present available. In pipeline, very few projects are in pipeline due to many reasons. And one of the major reasons is environmental clearance. Even I set my example that Chhattisgarh is a very small state. We have only 2840 megawatt thermal capacity, 138 megawatt hydro capacity, and some solar about 800 megawatt. Though there are a private producer also, and NTPC is having 3 plants there, Sipat, Lara and Korba, 3 big, and there are 5-6 private IPPs are there. Even though in state sector, we are planning 7,000 megawatt pump storage capacity. We are going for a joint MU with NTPC, with Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited, with Tehri Hydro Limited. And one project as a state sector, we will develop in state as our own with debit financing, etc. It is about more than 1 year. Still, my first project is in DPR, initial stage, and initial clearance has been given by the CA. But still, a lot of time is required for going for a tendering. I think about more than 8 months or 10 months when we will get the EC from environment. Opposite to this, the battery storage, though it is costlier, but gestation period is very, very small, 12 to 18 months. You can commission the project from concept commission. No doubt, the solution is there, but cost is also there. It is costlier. Then replacement is there. Depending upon the quality of the storage battery that you are using, 7 to 10 years you have to replace it. That is also a cost, additional cost is there. In pump storage, this cost is not there because it is near about 40 years of life. So if you see the economic viability, the pump storage, no doubt, it is a viability. So we may think over this. Today we will discuss it. The other renewable energy like green hydrogen is there, but that is also at a very, very initial stage. It is a costly cost factor is there, near about 300 to 400 per kg is there. It is not viable. We should try to come down. It is 100 rupee per kg, then only it is viable. Wise, though there are pilot project is running, NTPC has taken one project, so 2-3 more organization, Tata has taken one project for its steel plant. But if we produce it, where is the market? Where it will consume? So the market is also to be developed. Parallelly, the source will develop. If market is not there, source will do nothing. So it is our collective responsibility of state, our private industry, entrepreneur, our even individual, to help in this sustainable energy transformation. It is a paradigm shift from fossil to non-fossil. It is not a simple task. Just say, we will generate this, and the problem will solve. No. Perhaps in 2070, the thermal will exist. You don't have any other option. Though there will be a very, very reduction in that capacity. There were other technology like carbon capture technology may be there, so that whatever carbon that you are emitting, capture it and convert it into coal. Because it is very theoretical and optimistic to say zero emission and 100% renewable power. But there are lot of challenges. Similarly, the behavioral changes we have to do. State is taking whatever the policy, so many policy support are there for our every industry, for any wind power, for our battery storage, for our pump storage, for our even thermal, whatever. The government is trying to making all out effort for achieving this. But being an residence, being an this individual of this earth, to save the environment as an individual, everybody has a responsibility, so that this energy requirement can be reduced for our regions, which can be avoided. We have to shift from personal car to public transport, because the fuel will not be used, only green hydrogen will be used. We have to adopt the changes, start to be today, which will result in future. We have to use heat pumps. We have to insulate our houses properly. These are very, very small, but in a long term, it will result in a very big way, and it will help in this sustainable transformation, sustainable change, and to save the environment of the earth. So the behavioral science, behaviors of individual also to be changed. In parallel, the government and the private producer are taking their steps to meet out the energy demand. Unless otherwise we have to change this, I think this will not 100% succeed. This is my views. We have to think over it and how it can be implemented. So these are the words that I have to share with all of you. Developments are there, but development at what cost? At our environment. So we have to take all out effort. We have to touch all corners. We have to touch each and every aspect of our objectives so that the development can be done not damaging the environment. So that a sustainable life, sustainable environment, sustainable future can be achieved. So at the last, I will say a few words to my organization. I belong to Chhattisgarh. Though I have already explained that we have very small organization, near about 2,970 megawatt thermal and hydro. And since 1 year, we have also a transformation. Our performance was not very good for one or two plants. One is newly commissioned Marwar, 1,000 megawatt, which was running around 49% PLF. But due to some measures that we have taken, it is running more than 84% PLF since about 20 months. And on the same installed capacity of 2,978 megawatt, we have produced 20% more electricity and given to the grid. So the cost of generation, efficiency, everything improved and a transformation was there. The profit of the company, which was earlier about 241 crore, we have achieved 881 crore profit, near about 4 times. So with the same capacity, this is also an improvement that we have achieved, that I want to share with you, with our best parameters, with all the targets given by Regulatory Commission, Niyamak Ayog, even better than the target that we have achieved it. So that I want to share that efficiency, reliability, economic power, these are the aspects for our existing, and for the future we have to rely on the renewable power with challenges. And again I request for behavioral changes. That is my request to all of you. Thank you very much for giving me time.
Thank you, sir, for sort of setting the agenda for the morning. Very bold prediction that 2070 we might still have thermal power. Maybe I hope the coal resources replenished, and the strategies to both traditional and the renewable resources, how to generate power out of it, and how do we strategize accordingly. And very heartening to know about the achievements of the Chhattisgarh generation company. Great.